In this video, we're going to talk about how you might use the Ipevo Visualizer software to use as a document camera in your class. So I'm here at the Chrome Web Store, and this is Ipevo Visualizer, and I've already downloaded it and added it as an extension, so now I can just launch it when I'm ready. There is two kinds of Ipevo Visualizers. You should know that before getting started. One is a piece of software that you can actually download and run on your computer. This one is the Chrome extension. I think they have both about the same functions, so it really is just a matter of preference. If you're at school, you might have difficulty installing the actual software because it's going to ask you to log into that Windows storefront, which I don't think we have access to. But if you can do that on your own, of course, that's great. And the Chrome extension would work for your Chromebook or even any other computer you might want to use. So let's get that started. All right, so I've got my Ipevo Visualizer Chrome extension up and running. This is what the interface looks like. So I've got this window pop-up. Here I can choose the camera. In this case, it's already recognizing the Ipevo, which they call PV2. I also have my webcam, right? So I can go back and forth between them. So I might need to choose the right one. This is what my little baby Ipevo looks like. Now just something you might want to know is you can use the Ipevo software with anything. You could have an Elmo, you could have another brand. It's not brand specific at all, so you're welcome to use that with whatever makes the most sense for you. We even have some of these little pocket dock cameras that just slide right over, pick the right one, that just slide right over and act as a document camera. And so you could even use that software here just to make things more interesting. I go back to my FaceTime camera and I've got my dock cam ready to go. But since we're talking about the Ipevo software here, let's keep it simple. And we'll go back to that. Okay, so just a little bit about the function of it. It is a little different than the Elmo software you might be more familiar with. You've got your zoom function, so again, you can do that on the device potentially, or you can do it right here. You've got your rotation tool, so if your students are seeing something different than you are, this is where you can change it. You can mirror that axis and things like that. So you might need to play around with some of those functions. You can see that's going to mirror it on that axis, that's going to mirror it on this. You've got things like contrast and white balance, and down here you've got your pen tool. Let's see if it's going to work for me. There we go. So you can see I can draw on that screen. I can also erase it. Now if I want to take a picture of it, that's great. I snap that picture. It gives me a countdown. That's in the settings too if you want to get rid of that. Now where do the pictures live? Where does the video live? You're going to go over here to this little mountainscape and you're going to see all of these documents that you've captured. So this is kind of your gallery setting. If you just click on that again, you will go back to the Ipevo document camera view. There is, you can see it's tracking a little funny, so there is an autofocus and I'm going to find that on the actual device. I don't know if we can see that up and close. This one has a very tiny thing that says AF. Here we're talking about the focus of it. So AF is autofocus, and it gives me a choice of S or C. That's single or continuous. So if you want it to be constantly looking for that focus like it's doing right now, then that's what that stands for. Single means it's just going to grab it and stop looking. So you can see that seems to work better. I just switched it over to that S, and now that I've got it set up, it's not going to change. So sometimes it has trouble kind of focusing in, maybe based on the lighting or some other settings in which you're looking at. And so you may need to lock it down once you have your focus in place. Again, I've got still cameras, and I also have video as well. And I can do that with the timer. I could do some neat functions with it. I did read on the website that the video limit is 15 minutes. So just be warned that if you are trying to capture a piece of video, maybe you're demonstrating something on that document camera, you might want to break up your instruction into smaller pieces so that way it's a little bit more manageable. And that's just a little bit how you would actually use the Ipevo software. Again, I would suggest that you use it to archive some instruction that you're doing, and then that way you have a video that you can just play for your students throughout your actual instruction. Okay, but let me know if you come up with a different way that you can use the Ipevo Visualizer software. Good luck.